Rich DeMarco here in the Army locker room with the new head coach for the Army hockey program. That is West Point class of 2009, Zach McKelvie. Zach, officially welcome into this head coaching position here at West Point.
Thanks, Rich. Excited to be here. Excited for this new chapter of the Army hockey history.
Let's go back 2 decades plus. You had a decorated career here at West Point, class of 2009, 2-time All-Atlantic Hockey first team, Atlantic Hockey Hall of Famer. What went into the decision to play college hockey, to come here to West Point, to grow as an athlete and as a leader?
Well, I think there was a few things. Number one was an opportunity to play for a team that I felt had a clear vision for me. You know, coming on campus, meeting Coach Riley and Coach Haberbush at the time, he was recruiting me. I could tell that they trusted me as a player and they were going to let me develop. And so that opportunity was intriguing. And then when I came on a visit, the history, the tradition, and the quality of people was just phenomenal, far surpassed my expectations. And West Point was different and it was special. So I dove right in, and I'm glad that I did it. It was one of the best decisions that I've ever made.
When you look at the team accomplishments during your 4 years, 2008 Atlantic Hockey regular season champions, we spent some time with Bryce Holwick over the past year, whether it was with the Florida Panthers bringing the Stanley Cup here to West Point or during the goodbye ceremony to Brian Riley. He wears that Atlantic Hockey championship ring, talks so fondly about that year. When you think back to that championship season, what sticks out the most?
That was a special year for us. We had a phenomenal group of guys. We had a lot of talent in the room, but I think more importantly, we had a great culture and buy-in. Every player on that team bought into their role. They embraced their role. They knew that to be a good team, we all had to do things differently than maybe we were used to. And the guys just embraced it. It gave us a lot of swagger and a lot of confidence. And I think when you look back at the 121-year history of the program, we've had great teams, we've had great players, and we've had obviously 3 phenomenal coaches in the Riley family. And we were the first team to hang a banner. So we take a tremendous amount of pride in that. And for me, it's a bit of a blueprint for where we want to get back to in this program. And it really set the standard for where we can get to. And now our job is to continue to elevate this program. So that's the standard now.
Decorated playing career. You serve active duty, signed professional contract with the Boston Bruins and the Calgary Flames organization as well. What brought you back to be an assistant coach under Brian Riley and now begin this coaching journey that's brought you into the head coaching chair?
Yeah, I don't think coaching is the traditional path for a West Point grad, but I grew up in Minnesota. So in Minnesota, hockey's in your blood. It's in your DNA. And for me, like I just grew up playing hockey. I had a deep passion for it and a love for the game. And I was really fortunate to have so many coaches and mentors that I looked up to, and they really inspired me. So back when I was in high school, I knew that I was going to get into coaching. And then just coming here and learning from Coach and seeing how he operates on a daily basis, that was the big reason why when this opportunity came up, for both my wife and I, this is our alma mater. And for us to be around and hopefully give back to West Point what it gave to us was a tremendous opportunity and couldn't pass on it.
You're on the staff. You rise to associate head coach. This past August, it's announced that the 24-25 season will be Brian Riley's final year as head coach, and you would be the person to succeed him. What was it like going through this past year and your roles as associate head coach, but also knowing you were going to be taking over this program following the year?
Well, there's a lot of emotions for sure. Coach Riley and I have had a great relationship, you know, for the 4 years that I was playing for him, but certainly the last 11 years has just been unbelievable working for him. And so he and I had talked about this for the past couple of years, and he came to me last spring and said, this will probably be my last season. And right away, he communicated his support for me to be the next head coach, and I couldn't have been more honored. And a part of it is a little bit intimidating. I'm following in the footsteps of 3 giants who have done a phenomenal job developing leaders of character, producing good quality hockey teams. And so, you know, the task at hand is to make sure that we honor their legacy, but also try to elevate this program.
We don't have unlimited time here today, but what are some of the biggest things you've learned from Brian Riley? I'm sure the list is lengthy.
Yeah.
So what are some of the biggest things?
The list is really long. I think the most important thing is to care for your people. Like, he is a tremendous team builder, tremendous culture builder. He has an unbelievable ability to connect with his players. And in watching him and learning from him, like, that is something that needs to make sure that is a foundation of our program, is that the coaches are able to connect with their players, make sure that they're developing both on and off the ice. And Coach Riley's truly been the class of college hockey. I mean, you could ask around the country and everybody would say the same thing. And he's done it with so much class and integrity that we need to make sure that we honor that legacy.
You talked about the Riley family, of course, the patriarch, Jack Riley, Brian Riley, Rob Riley. When you step into this position and honoring the past, and West Point is so steeped in history, what goes through your mind in regards to putting your stamp on it and making it move forward into this new era?
The foundation of this program was built by the Riley family, and that's the foundation that we're going to continue to stand on. And for us, the challenge is taking what they've built and trying to create a new standard. And for me, it's pretty clear, like, continue to produce leaders of character, but also put a team on the ice that's capable of winning the Atlantic Hockey Championship consistently. And that's the next goalpost for us. And once we get there, then we can shift and focus on the national level. But I truly believe what they have built has set us up to be successful in the future and take the next step as a program.
We talk all the time about how cadets inspire. They inspire me, my family. You were a cadet doing the inspiring. As a head coach, how do these cadet athletes on the hockey team inspire you?
Well, it's just a pleasure to be around them every day, and they do inspire me. It's amazing when you watch a cadet. I was walking around earlier today, and what they go through on a daily basis. There's not many people that can go through what they go through for 4 years, and they do it with humility, they do it with grit, they do it with toughness, and so it truly is inspiring and motivating. And when I look at our guys, and I look back to what this place gave to me, I hope that we can provide that same type of opportunity and same type of Division I experience that this place gave to me. So it is a huge honor to be around these guys.
What did it mean last year, Brian Riley's final season, for the team to do so well and an inspiring run to the Atlantic Hockey semifinals?
Last year was an interesting year. I mean, it was full of emotions, kind of bittersweet for me personally. Like, Coach Riley and I have been working together every day for 11 years. We spend more time with each other than we do with our own families. And our wives will tell you we're on the phone after work too. So it's even more than that. But, you know, that's the bitter part of it, is we're going to lose that a little bit. We're still going to be close. And I consider him a tremendous mentor and leader and a lifelong friend. But going through this, the emotion of this year, and seeing the resiliency of our team, we went through a 9-game losing streak where progressively through those 9 games, we played worse. But then we got out of it because of the grit of our guys and the grit of the cadet athlete. And our guys stayed with it. They stayed with the process. They trusted Coach. And I don't think without his leadership, we would have been able to do that. And that's part of what makes this program special, is that we do have that grit. We do have that resiliency. And now moving forward, like, the lessons that we learned this year is going to help us moving forward as our team now gets a little bit older.
Army hockey has a loyal and passionate fan base of supporters. As we like to say, Army fans throughout the Hudson Valley, across the nation, and around the world. Zach, what's your message to those Army fans?
My message to the Army fans is, first of all, thank you. Without their support, this wouldn't be such an enjoyable place to play. They are truly our extra attacker when we're playing at home, and what they've done, like, it's many of the same fans as when I played here. So their loyalty to the program has been tremendous, and we can't thank them enough. And I can commit to them that our team will continue to honor the legacy of this program, the Riley family, and this great institution by the product we put on the ice. Like, every time we put that Army jersey on, we're going to play with toughness, we're going to play with grit, and hopefully be able to entertain our fans.
Well, Zach, congratulations. Well deserved, and best of luck here as the new head coach of the Army hockey program.
Thank you, Rich.
He's Zach McKelvie. I'm Rich DeMarco. Zach McKelvie, the new head coach of the Army hockey program.